top two make it, this is almost certainly the battle that decides who will see the bracket. Two teams that have struggled on land. Well, you'd love to play against one another. Saw the stats there from Rancor. Absolutely the player to watch on deck.
Well, let's find out. Start off with a bit of a dead hard point between these two. Everybody wants to know just how good have you turned up to Atlanta. Here comes the push already. I mean, Miami Heretics will grab that first little bit here, but they don't have the map control.
While they lose it, gonna take it right back. Get bullied out over towards mid-cut, but Super wins the two gunfights and keeps Heretics nice and active. And I'm already gonna say it, this is one of the better color schemes I think we have. This orange versus blue looking fantastic.
Yeah, you keep this every single time. Really easy to see what's happening as it goes through the teams. But at the moment, so far, so good for the Heretics. A little bit of time to get these points up onto the P1, but holding P2, as we know, is very, very crucial. The Ravens should overextend here.
Well, you see Ravens also a heavy emphasis on the bottom side of the mini-map, so the mid-cut control is the initial plan for P1, and the full rotation towards the new time. They don't take the deep routes, but it's good enough to at least overwhelm Trakes as P2 starts. Heretics in time first, but those blue arrows are swarming. Should be good enough for Carolina to take it over.
One left from the Ravens. Had a game plan, managed to execute it out, rip it away from them. Rancor out towards the back. They'll be looking for him. He finds the first kill here. This will split the fire here. And now for Graze, a big kill against Rancor if he can make it. But Rancor's staying alive because all kinds of issues. Opens the front door and the rest of his team walk in.
Yeah, what, 3 out of 4 Ravens players right there just to deal with Rancor and good enough to let it through. So Carolina, small little mishap, trying to play the bully ball to get back in, and Lurks, while he is twisted, waiting for his teammates. Everybody's here for the charge.
Everybody trying to get through all of these choke points going in. Graze just waiting for his help to come back in, but doesn't manage to do it before he goes down as everybody ruffles into this point. Exceed walks away with 3, 2 with the NPC, 1 with the grenade. They lock it down to take the lead back into this one, but everybody's feet are burning as we get over to P3.
Yeah, how about that start from Exceed as well? 7 kills, and he is starting to chirp in the comms already. Kills flowing right now for Carolina as well. And Trakes has to play the keep away game. He's going to get outmatched and overwhelmed. Carolina, they've won the rotation.
This one here as well, a lot of players on both sides though. Miami Heretics getting a few down as well as a team kill, and they managed to pull it back into it, and the Ravens only have one avenue of attack. Mid though going to be open with that close spawn. But they try to keep the pressure up onto the Heretics. They cannot set up, and so far so good. Both teams trading blows.
Yeah, Exceed continually, by the way, lighting up the kill feed. Another 2-piece for him in Carolina, getting inside that time. 30 seconds left to play for, so Heretics need to take another strike. A wild spawn rolling through from Metal, so Heretics get a setup and guaranteed pinch, and Exceed, he's been on point, but you can't take down the 1 versus 4. Now for Craze knows, needs to credit up. His teammate's spawning out, and he's taking the fight immediately. Not quite good enough for 2.
Just slow them down though for 1, and this gives Ravens an opportunity. They will want to push out towards the back. That spawn from Craze is so far away. Then the Heretics capitalize in time. Drake's already finding one here. Super trying to cut the cheese, looking for the angles. Everybody dancing all around the choke points here, but Drake's again in that kill feed, finds a second one as they execute onto this point with the better spawns. A great take there from the Heretics.
Yeah, and all about that teamwork as well. You see Super was YYing, waiting for Trakes to go on that pinch, so this is great overall mini-map vision coming in through Miami. Timing though, Exceed able to strike, consistently winning these gunfights, but the trades are even better. Heretics right now for the first time, they've taken the lead, and by God, is this mini-map looking good.
Metal's there. It's always a little bit dodgy when you have to just stand in the corner and hope your health comes back here, but it plays out for him as well. Nobody going to be on the point here as they look to just make sure that they've got the push out onto this point. Everybody now setting up for P1. Heretics in the lead, but this is a shallow lead at best. It might even be washed away on the next set of rotations.
Yeah, Carolina firmly pumped the brakes. Right now, Fire trying to fend off 2 players, but as Rancor wins that gunfight, Carolina now just not in a position long-term on the minimap. It is going to be a struggle to try to secure any of this P1 time. Exceed doing what they can to give out the goods, and Exceed right now, I mean, hey, tip of the cap, he's doing what he can, but Miami still in more control.
And with that, we're going to go to a J-Lab listening with the Miami Heretics.
A la derecha, a la izquierda, vas con él.
Por arriba contigo, ¿vale? Super.
Abajo derecha, tiro piña al punto. Tiro piña al punto. Me van a subir a la baja uno. Estoy yendo por arriba con vosotros. No, nada. Arriba, arriba, arriba. Asalta. Está debajo tuyo, he salido de atrás lobby. Aguantar.
Nacen P4. Nacen P4. Van a ir cara al siguiente. Son dos. Hay dos scraps. Escuchadme, había nacido en P4, que de cara. Hay gente P2, creo, chales. Hemos nacido rápido.
Roto, fueres tú.
Roto, sí, ha salido Garden, tengo yo el fondo. Fondo, Garden 2, otro más Garden.
Otro más lobby. Lobby, sale fondo.
No lo veo. Mátamelo, guacho. Ábreme, estoy hard bloqueado.
Medio, muerto.
Sigo hard bloqueado.
Vale. Me voy a Iner, sí, muerto. Una bala, Iner. Una bala, un tiro, muerto.
Sigo hard bloqueado, somos 30. Van a venir a esto.
Iner, otra más creo.
Sí, tienes medio, ¿no, guacho? Vale.
Otro Iner, una bala. Solo que no muera. Dale. Sale atrás.
Pues no he visto nada.
Ven conmigo del
1v1.
Oh, there is some heat flowing through the comms there for Miami Heretics. You can hear the passion exuding through every pore as they have just shut down P2 completely. And the Royal Ravens don't look like they are in this game much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't just shut down P2. They have shut down Fire entirely. 4-14 for the moment. Clearly not picking up the slack. And, hey, first match on land at this level in quite some time. You always open up with the nerves. He's got to shake it off quickly. His teammates right now in time to fire. The first to lose the gunfight in the onslaught of the Heretics players commences. They have taken over P3.
And again, they're just not allowed to push through here into this one. They have absolutely bullied their way through the choke points. And now back into this point, looking to make this even bigger as Rencor just cuts people down everywhere he looks. And for the Ravens, it is 1 by 1. It is a staggered push as they come off of this respawn. They are looking maybe to split it now. They've got a split spawn outside. Fire all the way out into this one, but they are not finding the kills as it almost is going to be 200 points for the Heretics.
I mean, it's been a tight setup as well, but this is just a comfortable hold. Carolina not even fighting for the scrap. They're trying to play containment for this rotation. 3 Heretics players right now piercing their way through Dojo, and they simply pick them apart. Lurks gets 2, but it does not matter. Rotation lost, and if you're Carolina, you don't get the scrap time, you don't get the rotation, you don't get spawns, you get nothing.
And now for the Ravens, it's a do or die. They really need to break this in some spectacular fashion. They need to find anything onto this minimap because at the moment it has not been great for them. Fire goes down again here, getting close to the Zuma stat line. But it is going to be a small relief. Royal Ravens will have control.
Doing what they can. Teamwork on point. Exceed once again dealing out the damage, but Super still takes some down. So Carolina, an important break for them to be able to get on this P4, but right now it is all about getting Fire back in this game. That is a 3 spree he's able to go on top of this time, so maybe getting the nerves just rid of a little bit. We are 2 rotations in. It'll be Heretics with a 60-second lead.
Now you look at it, this feels a little bit more doable. The Ravens, potential in spades for them to make this an unbelievable, unforgettable moment. They have P1, they are clawing back this time every single second. Just 1 point closer.
And the tempo has slowed down so much, and in spite of that, Heretics will simply find all the kills. They got the right guys in the right position, and they break them all down. 4-man wipe, left side spawns Heretics back in full control.
What was looking good for the Ravens crumbles very, very quickly, but at the same time, Trace is going berserk. Eventually will drop there as he tries to push this lane out one more time. The Ravens trying to be fundamental, getting that spawn out towards P2 as well. This game still has potential to go a little bit further for the Ravens, but they've got to be better than they have been so far.
And Exceed continues to win some gunfights, man. Another 2-piece form, and he is good for 3, or at least Fire there for the help. So, okay, a moment of opportunity. Going to be a 60-point gap going into new time. Carolina do indeed have these left side spawns. And Exceed right now, that frontline man can't go through him. Heretics, it is going to be 3 players now trying to break through the front.
Here we go, over the roofs, they must go for the Ravens, do or die. They must hold as well as Fire finds it. He's now on a 3 spree again. He's arrived into this one with Craze. A money hill is needed. And if it just comes a little bit further here, we might see the Ravens make a phenomenal comeback.
And Heretics, of course, on that first push, try to bully ball. 4 men through the front, doesn't work out. Now a scattered push, but number 1, the pinch has already fallen. You're back towards trying to flood through the front in time, and now tough to get past Fire. Only a stun there to take him down, but Carolina, they have soaked up every last second from a 70-point game down to 25. Carolina, what a gorgeous P2.
And the Ravens are starting to feel that fate may have turned. P3 will be in control of the Heretics, but it is a control that is tenuous with how this game has been sliding. The Ravens can feel this now in their fingers, in their toes. They are far away onto this map, but they are splitting it all the way across. Metals makes a massive kill that might be a difference maker.
Yeah, Metal trying to slow everybody down. Gets 2 more before he falls. He actually gets team killed there, but now for Heretics, you're worried about the pinch. 1 man in front of you, 3 men behind. They just jumped all over Lurks to kill him, but he still took 1 to the grave. Carolina, they are here. They got the right side as well.
Drake's going to be in the middle. Already on 31 kills, now going to be on 32. Looking for a second one. It's not going to be able to grab it here. Both teams now going to be piling in, but it is going to be the Heretics. They clear up. The Super gets 2 as well. Craze cannot find anything. And what may have been for the Royal Ravens may not be any longer. The Heretics now in control. It is 10 seconds for them to try and lock this one up. But the Ravens will have to move. They are moving only into the kill feed. Nothing is going to be found for them as well. And all that work, all that opportunity to get back into this game has gone. The Heretics shut it down map 1.
Take care of business, and Rancor there for the final stamp on the game. Goes on a 6 spree to finish them off on that P3. And, well, we already know what we're going to see when the scoreboard comes up. New man on the squad for Carolina was Fire. He started to bring it back. Had a much better second half of the game, but the land jitters, the land nerves, well, they come for us all. First one in, and Carolina now need to shake that one off.
Question will be asked of how dominant the Heretics looked in a portion of that one. The fact that it was still kept quite close by the Ravens, and hey, if that P3 had gone a little bit differently, a break, a kill, a mistake in the trades that have gone through, we might have been seeing one of the most impressive comebacks we have seen in some time.
Yeah, and you love to see the decision-making of Miami in those moments, though, right? They lose a couple of the gunfights. You saw those split spawns rolling through. It was Lurks that was in lockers. All of his teammates spawn out in towards Dojo. If Heretics turtle up or panic for a brief moment, they do, in fact, get broken down. To make the heads-up call. Got to hound Lurks, clear out that side of the map. That way keep all the gunfights forward, and you just trust their slaying ability. Rancor gets to stand tall in that lobby with 3,400 damage, but, I mean, Drakes does even better. Didn't even notice the 33 in 30. So how about the pace that rookie just got to set?
And that was a bit of a difference here. When you're putting that much pressure onto the map, it forces the other team to try and deal with you over and over again here. Miami Heretics had some real big plays at the same time, grabbing those spawns off of that P2, put them in a prime position to begin with, and you'll see how this kind of all played out as we go through the highlights.
Yeah, and I think most of this, at least for the first half, it's going to be Heretics overwhelming and in full control. I mean, truly setting pace, flying out, being hyperactive, players dropping the spawns, but a moment for Metals where just as the cutoff man, the swinging back and forth for Carolina, no real moments to breathe. It was on this P4 where Carolina gained a little bit of control, able to slow the pace down, but again, I think Heretics just responded to it quite well. Even on this P1, everybody taking the routes, let everybody get into position before we actually jump on the attack, and able to just handle it very well towards the end. And I thought this might have been the moment for Fire to sort of get back in the mix, and a good attempt nonetheless, but just too big of a hole.
Unfortunately, only finds 1 more kill for the rest of this hard point, and that is not what they needed when it comes down to this close. You can see Super finding 2 as well, and at that point, you kind of have to throw yourself into the point, and that's never what you're going to do in an untradeable position. But for the Heretics, started off as they would have wanted to. The ending could have been a little bit more tight, but the win is the win.
And how brutal the secondary P2 that was as well. Heretics go from getting flatlined to a near full 60, and they followed up with an efficient P3 as well. So getting those chains back to back, always a fun thing, but that is the setup. Going in map number 2. Player to watch might well and truly be Trace, as he was able to do whatever he wanted. If you are paying attention to that potential sniper battle, Exceed for his team did indeed have the hot hand.
Wow, we'll say still an awful lot to play for. We spoke before coming into this game, benchmarking how good are these two teams. And truthfully, you could take highlights away from both, but it's kind of an issue when you've got these two going forward. You say, yeah, hey, which one is going to make the bracket? And let's be honest, for pro teams, it's not just about making the bracket. Everybody wants to walk away with a W. Everybody believes they've put in enough work to make a difference, to be the best here at the moment. That's what we're looking for. Signs of dominance, signs that when the big teams come out to play, that you can rise to it.
Without question. So failing to make the bracket would be nothing short of devastating. You're playing for so much more than that, so to falter early on, well, not a fun thing. So for a team like Carolina, who are officially on the back foot, they struggled on land. We've watched them throughout this stage make improvements, sort of develop their roster, think things are going well, but very tough start. I get to test the sort of out-of-game teamwork. They're going to need to gas their teammate up, try to get fire back in the mix, but if you're looking at the sniper battle, there is absolutely no doubt in anybody's mind the lethal potential that Super brings. He has been the king of the snipe this year. I will say for a raid, it is absolutely going to be Carolina's sort of more comfortable pick. So we'll see if Super wants to be dishing out that, or the MPC, or the M15. He could be at either bomb site. His biggest threat he has in this game mode is he has every single tool available to him. It is not just the snipes. He's been able to do whatever he wants.
Well, this is sometimes referred to as the great equalizer. Search and destroy, round by round, adjustment by adjustment. Every single break planned out by their teams and called into reality. Adjustments will have to be made if things do not go your way, but with Super and that kind of KD, we're already thinking Heretics might have an ace in the pocket.
Yeah, 85% for the opening duel win percentage as well, so Exceed has a very tough task ahead. And even on a game plan front, Super's not the guy you want to snipe against. Well, no, indeed you do. Boomstick out, we're taking it to the A site. For the moment, it'll be Rancor, the lone defender. Well, we're dodging nades that might blow up the van. Or maybe we're waiting for Heretics to be over-aggressive and make a mistake. Carolina right now, a little bit turtle up here for round one.
Slow and steady. There's no trophies onto this one. You don't want to overextend and let yourself out, but Exceed already looking for it. Rancor would have seen the flash, so he's going to be calling that one out to his teammates. But already taken down. There it is. Super. Opening duels. The sniper coming to fore, and the Royal Ravens have already got cut down. Super again. Eventually taking a couple of bullets, but this has been a great opening duel for Miami Heretics.
I mean, what kind of angle did he just have there against Exceed? Probably showed him a pixel. Rancor's given one comms, and Super gets to clean everybody else up. Rancor right now fighting on the mini-map, but they're just trying to get their teammate an ace. Super finally falls, but the trades are good. Fire, last man standing for the 1v3.
Trying to cut it down as well, and both angles being done so. Miami Heretics take that first one off the back of Super.
And how nice that is as well. Yeah, Rancor sees the flashlight, and he backs down, doesn't throw the nade, no more shoulder, just comms that to his teammates. Full trust in their ability to take him down, and yeah, if you're trying to bounce back after that map one, that is a tough way to start.
We're talking about it here. There it is, already waiting for him. Exceed trying to get the sniper into place, but Super knew the angle he wanted to hold. It's become an issue here, especially considering, you know, if a sniper is on point on a map like Raid, you know that you've got to be very careful about your lanes, your presence, and your shouldering. Comes the push though. Rancor just watching over the B side. The rest of them taking mid-map control. This might be aggressive. Big fight going down to a 3 versus 3 though. They're now trying to take control. Drake's going all the way up here, but gets caught. 2 versus 3. Now on the back foot, Miami Heretics are not confident. Super just trying to make something here. They've got 2 players in good positions. This is a shooting gallery. Everybody with their guns up. Now comes the rotation. It's all timing here.
Yeah, and well, right now, Heretics are going to have it a little bit quick to the draw. I see Carolina now trying to reposition, but I don't think this bomb plan is quite fast enough. Lurk should spot this out.
Well, they get the angle in time. Will he get away clean? That is the question. That bomb is down. He is away clean. Still outnumbered. But are they outgunned? Lurk's now going to try and take this map control away. Exceed has already found Super, and well, this may be one of the greatest flanks you're about to see. Rancor around the houses looking for a possibility of a 1 versus 3. I think he's been spotted as well. They're going to try and cut him down. Lance goes for the first fight. He's going to be taken off as well. That bomb is going to be it, but Rencor gets the first. Looking to slide through as well. He's shooting him in the leg, but it's going to be defused. Oh, the pixel's not enough.
Yeah, so close and yet so far. The clutch potential absolutely there, but just a nice diffuse spot. Doing the right things, nice and heads up, and only that ankle shown. And honestly, I think maybe Lurk's going for that reach out. Absolutely the right call. Don't give him a moment to breathe. Rancor's wicked for that one, but ultimately good enough to get the job done. Burn the ammo reserve. That is certainly around Carolina to win.
But for a bullet, the round was lost. Now, a bit of pressure coming through here. Royal Ravens are going to hit this hard. Already Craig's in trouble, going deep to try and stay alive, but Fire grabs him before he can do. Let's going to take out Tiki. Has backup here. They are looking to try and take this one down with smokes in abundance as well. The Heretics trying to get into position, but Metals will find one, bringing it back to a 3 versus 3.
Pick from the middle of the map, and now you're a little bit squirrely. Not comfortable about getting this bomb down, and is number 8 crazed with the bomb, thinking about the wrap. I think Heretics may be thinking about the same thing potentially. Now Craze is going to have to check every single corner, worried about the pinch, and this is so much time that Heretics are going to start to solve this puzzle.
Heretics take this one back out here. The Ravens are waiting. The call has been made to go back to it. Are they going to push all the way through the spawn? Where do they go, A or B? At the moment, they're going to check out the A side. They have not called this correctly. The Ravens will have an opportunity to plant.
And we're planning for bedroom, but that's exactly where Metals is coming from.
Here we go. Opportunity. Rencor sees one. Only puts a couple of bullets into it. They already get the blood out of the first one. Super managed to get the trade back into this one. Now down to it as well. But now Rencor finds himself in a 1 versus 2. To clutch again. He has to be even better, but more ankles being shot here. They just don't have the opportunity. And Ravens pull that one out of the bag.
Yeah, typical to Exceed. Exceed on point in map number 1, and he was on point in that round as well. Briefly had the sniper against Super. Met his demise early on in the first round, while M15 now out and about, and maybe the key gunfight he won as well was Metals there on the pinch. Once Exceed wins that in the post plant, you're feeling a lot more comfortable. Rancor made you work, made you sweat, but that's why you're by the pool and stay nice and relaxed.
Just 24 health there for Lurks to get out of it as well. And for Rancor, it's just frustrating, right? You know that you've managed to get the hits on sometimes. Maybe one more bullet would have made a difference in 2 rounds now. But here it comes. Super already gets pulled apart there just a little bit. Just hoping for that first blood.
I love that respect, too. Nobody throws a shoulder. Nobody re-challenges. The sniper's mid. Nobody peeks. Stay alive.
That has opened up for them here. Drake's looking to get this one down. There's a bit of a split coming in from the Miami Heretics. They have mid control. They have this in depth here, but the Ravens are about to hit it. They've got numbers out. Drake's already finds one. Down to a 3 versus 3. The Ravens trying to get into position to take control of this site as best as they can.
We're taking routes, too. Exceed going all the way through pool steps. Lurks has cleared out everything. We're right now chasing ghosts.
Exceed not going to win that gunfight either. And for the Ravens, they're probably wondering where on earth the Heretics went to as they sort of melted into the map here. And Fire finds himself with 16 seconds to go, completely outnumbered. And hey, sometimes giving up the bomb site is not a great idea. But for the Miami Heretics, they went, hey, we're really good at hide and seek. Come get us.
It's just smarter, right? Like, you know they're going to have to come hunt you down. You give up all that pressure, retreat to your spawn. And we saw the perspective from Lurks very briefly before the swap, but you're chasing ghosts, too many corners. And of course, the lethality of Super has been ringing out from the CDL. Nobody chows. That is just open, very clear. Okay, we got mid control. We can plant safely on the A site. The strat site now, at least in that round, working out perfectly for the Heretics.
Another reason why the Ravens had to chase them down, right? They knew that sniper was going to be in place somewhere. They were worried about it. Again, more mid control coming in here for the Ravens. Might even go for this one after all. They've not seen anybody yet. There's 3 stacking here for them as well. The Heretics have got a sniper into it as well. Everybody throwing shoulders for this one. Fire's going to be calling this now, saying, what on earth is going on? But that smoke goes down, and somehow the Heretics find 2. The Heretics stack the middle of it and make the play with the smoke to get the kills. How on earth did they walk into that firestorm and come out with it?
Yeah, you see him laughing a little bit too. That is an absolutely brutal way to win. That is the ultimate, hey, we're better than you. If you want to be in mid, we'll get it weird with the smokes. And then they just have the extra gunfights. We watched Craze there, I think, or whoever had the bomb for Carolina. A little bit scared, trying to get out of dodge, be safe, but leaving your teammate out to dry. Heretics on point there, and I think the guy that was playing Tiki as well wins the key gunfight. So Heretics, once again, strategically, absolutely on point.
Oh, that was 6.5 seconds from the first kill to the last kill as everybody headed into the Crucible to try to get their pound of flesh. And now you can see, again, Heretics trying to take a bit of map control away here. They do not have mid-map control. This makes this a little bit more of a dangerous opportunity to push. Raze, just tickling opportunity. Could have got killed, could have got a kill. Neither actually happened, 4v4.
Well, that is now a missed opportunity and a sniper that continues to be supreme from Super. So you could have had the first blood. Instead, you're going to get picked apart in this round. As long as you don't give them the collat, you're good to go.
Oh, there's the reach out as well. And Miami Heretics doing so good in the map control here. I was worried about the lack of mid-map control from them, but they managed to deflect that pressure. The Ravens not able to react to what is essentially a one-man lockdown of some of these sightlines. Super is causing the Ravens to react, and that is making them play Heretics' game.
Yeah, well, Exceed wanted to play the game with the Heretics, and he just got the bitter end of the sniper 2 rounds in now. And for Craze, he just had to thread that needle for the first blood, but a very small window, difficult to get it through, and now in a tough spot, you are down 4-2.
Again, another stack here from Miami Heretics going in towards mid-map. They've taken control of it. They've looked out towards B. Nobody's going to be here. For the Ravens, though, full control. Laundry, bomb going down. This is their best opportunity yet.
It's the absolute classic. We clear out Laundry, get the back spawns, planted for it. Now for Carolina, everybody turtled up on that side. Rancor staring them all down.
Waiting for reinforcements. Reinforcements has arrived in the form of Super. They want to try and make a kill here, cause chaos in the Ravens camp, but they are double stacked here around this corner. Rancor not going to be able to get away with that shoulder. And already this time is burning away. This is all Royal Ravens to lose now. Drake's going to try and go through. Here comes the blitz. Already knows who 1, 2, and 4. And at the same time, but loses that gunfight. And as they look for the rest of the players, the Ravens just run away. That gunfight was crazy. It was not good enough, though, and the Ravens hold firm.
It's exactly what they need. Beautiful strat. The site's open. Plan for back Laundry. Get everybody there. We're also, in the long term, preparing for Paris. We got the Eiffel Tower setup rolling through, and you saw Rancor. There are 2 small shoulders, but just enough for them to gun them down. Carolina with the ever-important offensive round.
Delt's a little bit too meaty. Gets cut down before that shoulder can disappear around the wall. And the Ravens' adaptation there was perfect. A flawless call, really, to take control of Laundry and just get it done. No hesitation. Push again out towards the middle. Super against 3, but this time Exceed does win the snipe fight. Taking their ace out of this game.
I respect that from Exceed, man. If I'm 0 for 2 in that category, I'm not pulling it back out, but now he's giving his team the advantage.
The problem the Heretics are going to have is how do they play this? They know they don't have map control. They don't have the numbers anymore. I think Fire's there as Trace tries to get a cheap kill, but Metals finds Fire. Back down to a 3 versus 3.
Worried about Craze on the pinch. Oh, and that is unlucky, brother. The van from the start of the round finally explodes, and hey, now man advantage for Heretics.
Van is the paid actor. Keep an eye on this minimap here. This is a little bit chaotic for them. Metals might find one, and he does. Nobody in a position to trade either, and this has gone so badly for them. Exceed finds the first blood, and they lose the round. The
COD gods are against them. How unlucky for that van. That thing was on fire for maybe the past 15, 20 seconds. That's tough. You got to dig deep now. You're down 5-3. I know for Ravens, an issue they were having in map number 1 was Fire struggling. Even with this success, Fire ends up giving away his life for free. 2-7. No hablas español.
We might see another snipe battle here. Exceed has it in hand, so does Super. For them on the mini-map. Doesn't look like they're going to the same site here. It will be Miami Heretics to look for A control. For the Ravens, a B push. If they get this bomb down, we know how difficult it can be for a retake. Looks good enough. Mid-map now for the Miami Heretics. They're going to strike with the iron. His Hot Metals goes straight forward as well, but gets caught. Fire has him, and this now becomes an unbelievably uphill battle.
Smokes out for a little bit of chaos. And Rancor evens the odds. This could be another 3v4.
Exceed just looking, trying to call this one out at the same time, but Trake's managed to get through the pool, finds it now down to it, 24 seconds to go. Rancor finds one more at the same time. This could end like this. Exceed left alone in 1 versus 3, cowering by the bed, just wondering, has anybody hoovered recently? No, it's not going to work out, and they have the hold, but down they go. Miami Heretics 2-0 now in the series.
Well, Heretics are setting them up for the Mortal Kombat fatality. Execution potentially on the cards, because that was a slow start for Carolina in the map 1. Fought back a little bit, but not quite enough gas in the tank, and they just blew round after round there in the S&D. Painful stuff there for Carolina. All the prep work you just did to go into the raid, talk about what you want to have happen. Well, multiple 3v4s they get clutched on. And of course, it is worth noting the COD gods are not on their side.
Yeah, that was devastating. It's one of those moments just like, we did everything right, but that blowing up, you thought they might have had it. It could have been a 2 versus 3 on the other way as well. That was the issue they were facing against here, but even that, right, even that last round, the Ravens had basically it locked through, right? You say you take this, you have the numbers, you go up and towards bedroom. It's an incredibly difficult retake at the best of times, and with the first blood, that should have been done. But the smokes come through, unbelievable trades from Miami Heretics, and that was all they wrote.
And lucky number 7 there for Heretics as well. Every single player there with the exact same number of kills, so clearly the COD gods on their side with the luck. So 2-0 up, and the Rabbit's foot in their pockets. Heretics a map away in a nice little LAN series win. Of course, though, need 2 to get through to the bracket.
You certainly do, and hey, Heretics looking good so far, but the question was just how good will they be coming into the major? Right now, looking pretty smooth as they go through, but we're going to take a little bit of a time for this game to get set back up. While we do, we're going to throw it over to our Delta stream to see how that one's getting on.
2 Paris Gentlemates, and they are holding the line. Of course, you do see Ghosty trying to break into it. Of course, with the rapid distribution of Paris Gentlemates, can Afro hold?
You gotta hold this position.
Come on, Afro.
Doing a fantastic job after a very slow start to find his group. Nasty is 21-12. Playing high ground. Gentlemates cannot break through. We are now at 80-point spread. Moving into new, Gentlemates have complete control of plane. It'll come down to what Boss can do, and it does look like Spark was able to pick up. Hellstorm's going to send this one down and find a ton of value with it, at least to start. Envoy goes down early, gets the comms from the teammate to send it back onto Neptune to hopefully open things up. Boston up on plane, break through with the help of the Streak. Boston looking nearly infallible in the latter half of this hard point.
What can the Paris Gentlemates do if you're bringing a Hellstorm onto them? They get the rotation, they get onto the hill, and you're trying to break into it. And with Burge, you cut the streak down, he was on 4. That's going to be vital.
Good morning. How's it looking down
Good
low?
evening.
Afro pushing up nearly even at this point. Spark getting really aggressive on the front side, and he's just straight up winning his gunfights. Oh my gosh, Sib does pick up actually 2 on that. I was about to break down Gentlemates, but they still have a chance here in 10 seconds on the top of the plane, and they're going to try to rotate over to Nuke. Boston has completely given up the rest of the plane. Well, just kidding. Spark's still here to find one. You don't even get a couple seconds of scrap time, folks. 44 seconds. Boston have complete control of this hill. This could be a winning position for them. Ghosty does slide out and cut down 1 in the front, which means Boston's going to be trapped in the corner. Here comes Envoy on the flank by himself and gets sniffed out immediately. Boston doing a fantastic job to find every single person for Gentlemates except for Sib, who finally gets paid.
And they need to break this. You've got Boston Breach approaching that win condition. They are decimating the Gentlemates, and Afro finds another. Ghosty, Envoy fall. They hold him with 30 seconds left. They can win it here.
Boston looking so strong on Scar Hardpoint. It's their one of their only wins in Hardpoint this split. They are 1-0 on this map, about to be 2-0. Get so much time on this point. Finally, the Gentlemates come in for the final 13 seconds to at least push us to new. I assume Boston's going to set up for new, but unfortunately, Gentlemates are there early. This is a nice early rotation from Gentlemates to still play for the end. The problem is you got to hold, what, 2 seconds? Not even 1 second is all Boston needs.
They need 1 break here, and they're looking to bring in the streaks to make it happen.
The 3rd Hellstorm of Boston's map. Let's see how much value they get from this one. Gonna come down
look.
early. We've got a nice flank set up here from Afro on the backside, but both get sniffed, and the Hellstorm doesn't really find much value. Boston being held out. Gentlemates, they're trying to keep their dreams alive. This could be the most insane comeback of all time.
But your eyes on the back, the three-piece. Spark goes down,
no.
Afro nasty to go through. He
See
just
ya.
has to touch and purge. He purges the entire hill and grabs that last point. Boston Breach, eh?
Boston Breach.
As well, Toronto Koi, they make the rotation, they're going to be able to hold.
Yeah, for all the previous patience that we've applauded from the Huntsman, that was a little bit over-aggressive. Need to just slow that down, let the boys arrive from the other side, set up that pinch play. But you will now attempt your own hit through the front, and it's all shut down. Koi with the 4, now going to be able to push up, get a defensive line in play. Still 30 seconds left to hit this. Huntsman, it's whether they weigh up how much they want to invest into this hill or just set themselves up to control for P1.
Look at Insight though, he's trying to be a little bit lurky in the back here, and Joey D, he's going to do what he does best. Jump from the shadows, make it on in, and keeps on that outside. You're finding the kills. Toronto Koi, they're doing such a great job of letting these go their way. But as we get ready for these next set of hills, you have to be able to hold the line. Kips is shooting, he's hitting the bullets. Brack, Swoody dropped Kleenex from the mid.
Yeah, reminding everybody why he was the boy scooped from the Huntsman into the Call of Duty League. The bodies will start to swarm P1 now, but Kleenex is
I'm gonna let it breathe. Okay.
Speaking of breathing, it's warm.
It's a bad time for the weekend.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back. We are going through this tournament already, seeing some pretty monumental results flying through the bracket chance.
Yeah, Boston Breach just beat the hell out of Paris on that map #1. So an interesting thing going on over on Delta. So if you don't have 4 screens on, what are you doing? Conserving electricity? Good on you.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be one of those ones where we have to keep an eye here, as well as everybody wants to get through into this bracket. A lot of people, you know, it's been about the Pro-Am, the Challengers teams getting through, but bearing in mind, this is still a major. These teams are still fighting for points, prizes, and prestige as we wander and meander our way through the groups.
And of course, the fight Heretics are bringing to the table, everything looking good. Trake's absolutely on point on map #1. A well-orchestrated team effort there in the S&D. The fight right now for Carolina is to bring yourselves together as a team and show some fight. Down 0-2, a painful one, and again, you need to be good teammates in this moment. Gas your boy fire up. He was a key factor in their success of the improvements throughout the stage. Well, 2 painful maps so far. He's the key guy for Carolina to step up.
Here we go. Do or die for the Ravens. Heretics looking strong so far in Atlanta. The rest of this layout for us is now with the overload going through, a lot of teamwork and a lot of pace will be set.
Good stuff as well. Saw Rancor is taking the fight there against Fire up top. Fire dished out the damage. Craze sent in for the kills. Everything was going right for Carolina until Super, though, hits the pinch. And now the problem is he's sort of the protector of the device. And this is effectively 3 Carolina players paranoid about Super. It's good enough that they're going to be able to kill him. And 3 in the feed, this is the go button.
Now looking for it, they're going to grab the MP. That gets cut down. Rancor with a very important kill, almost makes a second. But that has slowed this one down now. The Heretics will have an opportunity to defend. The Ravens still manage to move this EMP forward. Into a draw, into a reset. Fortunately, nothing too major had happened. I mean, the Ravens did have a bit of control, but only 2 players in the actual play zone.
Yeah, we saw this on the Bravo station earlier. The rules just ever so slightly off there. So if we don't have everything right, need to make sure we are dialed in. So nothing too crazy there. Exposure, though, going to be a fun one. And I think we've really seen this map develop through the course of the year. I think Overload has really developed over the course of the year as well. Yeah. Seems like the name of the game on Exposure is Rally Captures. I mean, Bryce, you and I watched FaZe early, got 3 scores in a matter of a minute and a half. We've seen G2 both do it to other teams and have it done to them of multiple 3, 4 scores in a 30-second span, in a 45-second span. It is not just when you score, it is teams' abilities to set up the spawn traps, manipulate those spawns, and buy your teammates time to go for the rotations. Defensive stops are absolutely key because these guys right now, they're getting dialed in.
Yeah, it has been the case. Overload has really been the showcase of teamwork and not making mistakes. Over and over again, you see gaps develop from these teams on the mini-map, but it's the teams that make less, the teams that are able to move that EMP in a coordinated manner that are able to get that score over and over again. For Miami Heretics, they'll be looking to put this one to bed 3-0. For the Ravens, not a bad start for them there before we went to the draw and the reset, but a good start does not equal a good finish. And they want to get this win. At the moment, you can see in the bracket as well, Koi have taken map 1 against the Huntsmen. A potential matchup there in the next round.
Yeah, so far, all the pro teams have been on point in hardpoint against the Challengers squad. Rock was able to steal an S&D, though, away from FaZe, and currently Notorious and Thieves are tied up 3-3 in their search and destroy as well. So if there's any opportunity to take down one of the pro teams, maybe Cheeky Neslo might be the route to go through. So you can tune into, I mean, Bravo or Charlie, any number of action if you want to watch that one wherever they're playing. Might be a spicy one.
And this is, I mean, we've spoke about this before, right? But one of the things that you should always bear in mind when we talk about the Pro-Am and the teams coming through here is the Challengers does play different. It's normally a little bit more of a slugfest. You get a very high-tempo game from these players, but in the pro teams, those mistakes cannot be made. It's more fundamentals, get those rotations, and then lock them down. We saw it in some of the games earlier on. It's becoming quite apparent for our Challenger teams at this event that they will have to adapt to this level of play.
Adaptation is going to be a theme for even the pro teams as well. Carolina's still looking for, you know, just a map win or 2 here in the LAN environment. He's been on point in the first 2 maps, but certainly need help from everybody. But the reset on exposure, getting back into it again. AR's got to be on point. They're going to open those lanes because obviously we saw Rancor even from the jump just has that ability. Even if he is the last man standing, to stand tall and stop everything. But Overload has been a struggle point. 4 losses in their last 5. Big opportunity right here, right now for the Ravens.
Let's see. Will this be a 3-0? Or has this got a little bit of life left into it? Only time will tell us the answer. As these 2 teams square up once again and go to war over that middle EMP.
Yeah, same opening break as well. If we get the rules right, another draw. By God, are these 2 teams dead even?
Well, I'm going to it one more time, of course, as everybody gets ready again. But I will say this, I was kind of looking over the players here as we were kind of watching them on the cams for this one, but they don't seem relaxed for it. But while we're waiting for this one to get going for the 3rd time, we are going to go over to the Bravo station to see how the games are getting on over there.
Watch through pillars here. 4v3. Retake required, and Neum has seen at least 1, maybe more. Yeah, I think he's got an eye on Beans as well. And that is a free second blood. Snoopy's got nowhere to go top art, and this is feeling like a very easy and clean round for Thieves. Last one is Diamondcon. He will be taken care of. Map point for Thieves.
Yeah, that's just an easy round for LA.
Yeah,
when you're going to work your way on a slow and steady approach and they run right into you, give you that early information, that's very beneficial because now we know that they're aggressive through mid-map. There's no way in hell that they're going to have the same exact pressure over there towards ring. So let's take space at A. And if they overextend a little bit too much, the first blood is what we are looking for. Eric Boom, all you have to do is just wait for them to cross to the bomb there. You can't allow Scrap to get that first blood because your teammates don't have any control of Laundry. No pressure on the flank. All you have was middle map, just not the positions you want by giving up that early first blood. Now Thieves at game point.
Yeah, do or die time here for P7, it feels like. Different look here for P7. Double hit out of art through pillars. Beans at mid. Snipe swapped over for an AR for Neum. aBeZy still holding back. Keep in mind, he's got an M15, so he'll be playing a little bit more passive. He may not have the chance to, as Beans is already committed for the plant for P7.
And how did these now decide to retake this? Because they know they don't have any pressure through the middle of the map. But Scrap, he's giving the communication to a teammate. There's no pressure over towards Ring, so he's going to set up a pinch through mid pillars, but get red. So P7 take a Zach page out of LA Thieves book in that round number 1. By taking mid-map, instantly get the bomb planted, and just playing your post plant, now forced to round 11.
We'll talk about that cause and effect, though, because, again, Scrap has been the island player over towards Laundry. He gets sniped in 2 straight defenses.
So he's forcing him back
He's got to force him back. So, yeah, I love that call for P7 to double hit through pillars, saying, hey, they're not here. They can't peek us outside Laundry. Just plant. Brilliant.
Now we have a round 11. Thieves looking to try to close this one out, but P7 on the defensive side.
Same
It's
look.
all set up through Snoopy and Eric Boom. All out aggression over through B. And Thieves take mid.
Yes.
That's round 1 play.
Yeah, this is a similar look for P7, but they're looking to take away Bedroom here. So it's going to be a full wrap or a recommitment with this bomb being plant to get through mid. This is where this round will be won or lost. What comes through on this long flank? And Thieves have already read it.
They spotted out 2 on the pinch. So Niam's just going to switch up his position and attack the other side, but Beans is waiting.
Uh-oh, Eric's able to find one. Trade out through Kitchen. Thieves setting up their post plant through Baby Beans on 3 in a row. Oh my gosh! What a set of shots from Beans! Hydra with 1 in the response. 1v2 from here.
He can't see it.
He can't see it. It's planted over towards the other side. He's holding. Beans wins the gunfight, and P7 Notorious behind Bent Beans. Steal away. Back number 2.
Yeah, and that's the guy who's obviously going to get up and chirp because he started off the game taking over, and he puts the finishing touches to close out the search and destroy.
That's the Beans that we love to see. Big man there in the round 11. Catch that action over on Bravo. You know that one's going to be electric.
Oh, many men with death upon Beans, but not in that scenario. We're in the last round. Enough of the wonder that is that European. As we dive back into this matchup. Overload exposure will be gracing our screens between these two. Let's find out how this one either continues or ends. The Heretics have looked good so far. Ravens have had a few highlights there. A good comeback on that first hard point, but it did not go into a W.
Yeah, and again, you saw it before. Reset number 2, a 1-4 record in the last 5 in Overload for Heretics. This is absolutely a point of concern for them coming into the major. And just an opportunity for Carolina when we get to lucky reset number 4.
Everybody really resetting so far, but hey, good vibes on the main stage.
From what I understand, brand new bugs specific to Overload when it comes to the rules. I think at least the experience we had was just the timer not resetting. And I think from what I understand for the observers, when they set up the lobby, it just switches on them when they hit play. So I know there's a solution to the problem, but a tricky one to deal with. Great news for the red zone vibe that we have, though. 4 matches at the same time means we get a jump over to Delta.
Nice pickup after starting out. Again, a little bit slow, but he's on a streak 3. So let's see what Boston Breach is able to do. They're getting closer. This looked like a brutalization early. Paris goes up 4-1. All of a sudden, Boston Breach let Gentlemates try to change it up on him, and Breach just said, yeah, no thank you. See you later.
No, thank you. We're going to keep on moving. And now with Boston Breach on the attacking side of things, Afro 8-5, Purge 7-5. I'm really kind of waiting for Nasty to wake up in this S&D side of thing, because once he does, I think it completely can landslide it over towards Boston.
Look at Boston going a little 2-2 split here. Afro is running to A. Every other map, they 4-stacked Deathballed over to A and had a modicum of success. Afro tries to test the limits and not getting any info. Finally, Nasty finds the first trade, but it gets traded out. Afro on the other side. Ghosty finding one. Nasty finding Neptune, a 3v3. Slowing things down. Boston are back to form. On A, 2 members of Gentlemates are all the way on the backside of B, expecting Boston to go this way. Because Ghosty's alone, he gets cut down. A big advantage for Boston. as they're able to put down the bomb and then be able to play over the top. And Sparks just going to chow this 1, 2, knock them down.
Hello?
Boston have tied things up.
I mean, when the Gentlemates get the call to go A and they immediately hit the rotation, it's just too little too late. And I will say that Boston is finding the kills that they need on those rotates to just conserve and take that round. It's getting close, Goj. It's getting close.
I know, and usually, I mean, it's almost every other map. It's been First Blood gets the win. This time, Afro gets cut down first, but they just get the trade on the other side. And you're right, I felt like Gentlemates were just too slow to rotate over. Here we go, let's see what the Gentlemates do on their attack. Boston, their traditional defense has been 3 over to A, with 1 holding the backside of B, usually Nasty. Let's see if they do it again. The answer is kind of. Actually, it looks like Nasty's going to sprint all the way into mid, then check B. Rather than play slow, wants to get the point quickly. Neptune pushing the equation over here, try to get the first blood. Purge is going to find it off screen, though. Ghosty trades out Purge. 3v3. Nasty comes back to help out his teammates. Here we go. Gonna be a bang out on A.
And the best thing is he gets there early, right? They immediately make it. He rejoins, and you see that bomb cut through mid. They know Nasty got the call up, and they're saying this is a full B hit, leaving 1 to cause the distraction.
Yeah, I actually like this play a lot from Gentlemates to back out and go plant B.
Neptune.
You've got Neptune holding the cross
Watch
mid.
it.
He should have got the intel here. There's Nasty. They've seen each other. So Neptune's going to go over play. They've got the bomb down on B. Again, still a 3v3, and Sib alone on the backside of 2 of the 3 members of Boston.
Keep your eyes on Ghosty.
Oh,
He's going to have to check it every once in a while, but that's another one. Bring it to a 2v2.
Another trade. Ghosty gets some nice damage. Nasty's going to come in for the trade. It actually gets it. Ghosty down. It's going to be a 2v1. Bob still down 19 seconds. Sib alone has to be the hero. A big moment for him. Able to line 1 up, get the 1. Not get the 2. Nasty able to sneak in and get the trade. Boston have knocked down 3 in a row. No, make it 4 in a row to go up 5-4 in this S&D.
Look, I said Nasty needs to wake up in this S&D, and the moment that he does, it's a landslide towards Boston Breach. And now, win condition for them, getting a map win, especially against Paris Gentlemates, dude, on S&D, like, let's get it.
Here we go. Boston back to their BS potentially, a full sending on A. Let's see. Quick look, 2-2 split again. Gonna test the waters here, playing with confidence, but not trying to full send, not yet. Gentlemates tried to read this with 3 over on A, get the real estate early.
They're so patient right now. They don't even want to show presence just yet. And I love that they've got Sib there for Gentlemates watching B, but he's not getting the information that he needs, and they're clawing their way back up to the breach. They're gonna join on A, but you leave Purge there to clear out mid.
Finally feels like there's some strategy going on of playing nice and slow, not giving away free information.
Watch the pinch.
Playmaker Purge finds 1. There's Sib.
Good nade. Do we get the info from it? Does it just give us the rotate to join your team members out onto A? And here's the brawl you wanted.
Purge sending in first. Playmaker Purge about to make a huge play. That's 1, that's 2!
Okay.
And a pickup from Afro as well. Unbelievable. We lose 1, and Sib's gonna have to be the hero yet again. It's a 2v1. Boston still have the bomb, but don't have it down yet. Sib can take a breather and then try to break down this duo.
But that time is of the essence, and bomb has been planted, and Sib falls, and Boston Breach take down the Gentlemates.
Unbelievable. Boston go up in this series 2-0. We're down 4-1, and they knock down 5 in a row on S&D.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back one more time to the main stage here. Miami Heretics versus the Royal Ravens will be gracing our screens on Overload. I believe we are ready to rumble.
You say that. Playmaker Purge! Playmaker Purge in the round. Oh my God. Paris down 2-0 against Boston on Delta. Absolute daggers rolling through, and apparently the exact same things that had plagued Paris are continuing to plague them on land. So excited for the Delta. Gonna see what's going on there. And Godspeed for this one. This is reset number 5. We're confused. We don't know what's going on. Communication is a tricky thing. But if we get this one going, we're going to see the exact same opening break. Rancor is going to be top rank. Fire's going to go top window. Craze going to be pinching in through long. Number 1 of the minimap. Metal's going on the other side of the ring for a little bit of traction. We can break this one down. We'll get the Texas cast out.
Hey, I'll be happy if we get to see more than the first 10 seconds. That's really what I'm worrying about here. The break's great and all, but if nobody makes any kills, then it's not really going to matter. Here we go, though. Looking at it, at the moment, it looks good. That clock is counting down. The players are going into this one. And now, everybody resetting and ready.
I love when the casters finally start the game. And now we're playing with the idea of the opening break. We're missing a couple jumps, the pace a little bit slower, and by the looks of it, Carolina, the extra man, once again, Super, the exact same pinch he had the first go around. Well, deja vu all over again.
Asking for a bit of a big kill here, manages to find it. Now going to pull this EMP. They have the players in the position here, trying to get around the corner before anything can happen. And a player onto the flank, they're going to call this one out, and Super's worried about it. Can he get it at the same time? That's a huge hit coming in from my Heavy Heretics, and that is the first score.
All about the rally captures too. Look at that new spawn. Carolina, nobody's home. They're going to be roaming through the middle of the map. If they do not stop this device, Heretics have everybody in position.
Here we go, first gunfight. Lurks makes a big kill onto Metals. Super waiting for the pressure. He knows he's around that corner. Looking for it, finds the first to exceed, looking for the second. Super trying to use that laser beam to get it done.
Beautiful. Now you got the front line man pushed up in Lurks, doing the damage, needs to stay alive. His teammates are coming.
Ravens might be looking for a switch. Player position is going to be crazy. Will help them get this one through. Already two going to go down here. Exceed now going to go up top. Looking to go over with a pistol. Grabs it at the same time. Round the corner and in. The Ravens. A beautiful rebuttal.
Dude, absolutely filthy stuff coming through with the pistol shot as well. Exceed is not missing bullets. He's got a skewer, which he hopefully does not use. Couldn't quite get the Hellstorm, but nonetheless, that is an instant response. Not going to be any quick rally captures for the moment. We've cleared out our base. We go back to the 50-50 salvo.
Now the team's resetting once again. You see on the minimap, it's all about playing for positioning. Metals makes the first kill. That being down low, though, they will have need control here. That's always very important on the side of the low map, but you've got to make the kills to get the moves. EMP potentially in possession now. The Miami Heretics looking to make a move with the player out towards the back. This is going to be an easy one to put through. The Ravens just sort of melting in the opposition there. They did not make a big play for it. The Heretics still going to be in a good position to really disrupt the Ravens' lines.
Yeah, I think both of these times the defensive positioning of Carolina has just not been there. A little bit slow to the draw, and Heretics, if they have the opportunity to play with pace, they're absolutely going to capitalize, but Carolina trying to respond. Lurks here for the spawn kills, but his teammates still have to deal with the Heretics players in their spawn. No one can touch the device. Effectively, Lurks, if his teammates don't win the gunfights, he's just in Narnia.
When it comes down to this kind of play, it's all about those magical moments. Lurks having to come all the way back here to make sure they don't get run out of it. He does backtrack, eventually finds Shrakes. Now moving forward once again, another massive kill here for Lurks. Tempo is being picked up here, but it's a slow pick from Royal Ravens. They're worried about the player in the back spawn here. Lurks has punched a hole the size of a town through the defense, and there is a potential now for a cap.
Too many players up top, though. Exceed, you see the stun grenade going to slow him down. He's tattered, tagged up, and taken down. 3 in the feed now for Miami. Not just that, all 4 Super is crawling in their spawn.
They have waited for this opportunity. It could have gone against them, but they held out, and that will be another counter cap coming through for them as well. You can see it coming in with a Hellstorm at the same time. Rencor keeping on the back foot. They are still set up, Chance. They still have an opportunity to end this half right here.
Well, huge win from Craze at range. Shrakes, though, still able to get out of dodge, and you're exactly right. This is going to be 4-1 up. Heretics with the perfectly applied pressure always in their spawn. I mean, how quickly they go from a goal line stop. Exceed has that device towards P4. 15 seconds later, it's a Heretic score. Super in your spawn, even giving his teammates the trophies. I mean, that is just exquisite work there from Heretics. Overload has been a bit of a struggle for them as of recent. Well, not right here, not right now.
I also want to call out just how good the Hellstorm was. It's sometimes difficult to time Hellstorms. You know the long animation's coming through. You're worried about what's going to happen on the minimap while you go into it. In that case, it just applied even more pressure. It kept the lane clear for them. It allowed them to take the better positions onto the map, and they capitalized massively. Now, for the Royal Ravens, it is a fight back. They will have to do an uphill battle for the rest of this map.
Well, we have certainly learned that on this map, no leads are safe. Carolina definitely needs to start getting some of these gunfights flowing, and Shrakes is not going to be the guy to give it to him. Once again, Rancor, last man standing. Can't get this gunfight win. Carolina cleaned house, and they got number 6 setting up for the spawners.
Now it's just trying to cut down the numbers before they can do any more here. Super's already found one. Everybody throwing shoulders like it's disco night. Trakes again just being an absolute menace. High-flying, high-octane gameplay from him as he now looks to get to the back spawn, looking for more kills going through. Everybody being cut down as the Miami Heretics will go for this again. The tempo is on their side.
And the rally cap as well, potential is going to be there. Heretics off the score, setting up again, and yeah, chalk it up, GG, go next. Absolute beatdown, Carolina, no hope in hell of winning this one. I know I said no lead is safe, but right now, Carolina, it feels like they're just playing a different game.
They can try and get this one. The Ravens still believe they can fly. Have got players towards the back spawn. This might be a cap here from Exceed. Renkor's going to try and be in a position. Will stop it on the goal line. Oh, he must have been so weak. Renkor sprays, paves, turns and burns. And any hope the Ravens had of making a miraculous comeback dies on the barrel of Renkor. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left to go, Chance, and the Ravens would need to find a new level.
Yeah, and after Renkor gets those 2 kills, he's left 1 shot. Lurks does not go in for the chow. He's got a lot of kills under his belt, but KD's one thing. Being down 6-1 is another. Everybody 1 shot and cleaned up for free in the feed. Yeah, this is an absolute beatdown. Carolina had just gotten stuffed.
Well, Carolina are in position here for mid-map control on the relay. The scoreline tells us 7-1 here, that it is almost impossible. Dreams and potentials are always on the cards here, but sometimes, just sometimes, you've got to respect the quality of gameplay that Miami Heretics are putting on the Ravens.
And here comes the Hellstorm. I mean, Heretics not even in flow state. Renkor's 21-8. His movement still not ready and warmed up. Doesn't matter when you get to rain down destruction like this.
Wait a minute, that's not done as well as they could have done here. Here comes the stop though. Last chance for the Ravens to try and slow it down, and they do get the stop. Big play coming out of the Ravens. I mean, there was a Hellstorm raining down at the same time. But it is a small highlight, a tiny glimmer of hope amongst an ocean of despair as they have found very little else.
Oh, got the first kill on that engagement. Now you're stuck. Heretics in position on the defensive end. Going to be a lot of pressure on Rankor. You expect them to be able to deliver. Device has to be recollected. It's an awkward moment, and Super has to stop him, and he delivers indeed. 17-9 for him. 1:45 left to play. And that just means that is 1:45 of misery for the Ravens.
Again, not giving up the fight quite yet. The EMP has been reset, and 90 seconds of pain is really all that remains. The Miami Heretics, I don't think they're going to slow this one down here again. You see Metals pushing forward, Super also getting into an advanced position. They're making the kills one more time, even with Lurks into that backfield. This feels all but inevitable.
Two more in the feed, setting up for the spawners. If you're looking at this mini-map, it would be impossible to see. I mean, Heretics not even trying to touch the device. They're purely just trying to put a dagger through their hearts, getting all the kills.
Rankor is 27-10. An outstanding performance. We'll just show them that there are levels to this as the Ravens, well, they keep hitting the respawn. That's all they're really experiencing here into this overload. With 45 seconds left to go, this is game. The rest of it is just punishment. It's just a putting to the sword. The Miami Heretics aren't worried anymore about playing overload. They're playing TDM and keeping themselves warm for their next game.
And I just know there's a Thanos sitting out there somewhere with Maze hat on, having himself an absolute delight of a time. Just as the Heretics fan are. I mean, what a series that they have just had. Clean work in the S&D, that's the expectation, but on land, extra nice to see the goods and the respawn. I mean, how damn near flawless. Rankor 30-12. You're looking at this guy to be able to take over. He has done that and then some.
Certainly has, and there we go. Miami Heretics clip the wings of the Royal Ravens. They shall not fly anymore, but fall to the lower part of that group bracket. But a statement piece from the Miami Heretics. Questions were asked. A response shown in the best possible way on the main stage for them as they wash the Ravens completely.
Yeah, Heretics did not dare make this one exciting. They wanted to go for the demoralizing effort there. Carolina, a tough way to start their next LAN series. still looking for that map win. For Heretics, well, delivering out the goods. It'll be an interesting battle they have as well for their next one. I'm very excited to see who they get to play.
Well, that's the key here as well. When you go to the group stage, you're going to win 2 before you lose 2. So you're always playing good competition when you move forward. But what a play there in the end. I will say this. In terms of a 30 and 13, the damage not quite as high as I was expecting.
Didn't need it. I mean, so many of these captures were just so quick, clean, and easy. Got 4 kills as carrier there for Rancor, so device in hand. That's how he was able to get those Hellstorms. He was good for not just 1, but 2 in a single map. Not too shabby. And down the line, I think Heretics very happy for their performance again.